Hey guys, J77. Welcome you to a new channel called Mirror Stine Publishing. It is the third channel I'm going to have. It is going to be pretty much mixed with original podcasts, original context, and also other stuff that I'm also going to be working on by my own stories that it's made by me, and just basically fan fiction, telling my own story through audio form. Most of the stuff on this channel is going to be through audio form. There are going to be some live video, depending on the show and the subject matter alike. Like this, generally most of the updates will be pretty much me facing the camera, telling you what's going on. And there's a lot of updates I want to talk about, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be carrying over from my old YouTube channel to this one. But I'm also going to make some things very clear, and this is also regarding some of the stuff that's happening, especially with Channel Awesome. My praises go out to Doug Walker for bringing this was already a major issue. It had affected Evenmatic expression to a large degree, as well as some channels that I've actually had followed at one time and I can't follow anymore because they've been taken down. This also led to the decision making that I'm going to do with this channel, because a lot of stuff is going to be original content, my own work, my own stories, my own stuff going on, and some podcasts along with a few partners, as well as some original content that I'm going to be carrying over here. So it's very important that I set the record straight and how this is going to be. First off, this would not be the primary platform that I'll put all my stuff in, and the reason is because what Doug Walker said. In case you guys happen to know about what's going on with Channel Awesome, there has been an issue where they had a strike on their YouTube page. I actually got two YouTube channels, that is the League of Critics, but also Channel Awesome, where a lot of people seem to filter more over that side. Recently, they have gotten a strike on their channel, which led to them basically trying to get it fixed. It wasn't just a strike for that matter. A lot of stuff has been removed from their channel, which make it virtually impossible to get funding. So a lot of the big time YouTubers and small time use the monetization to get funds, to the point where a lot of them make their living. Even though a lot of people have voiced their strong opinion against relying on a platform like YouTube. Let me just fix this a little bit. There we go. There are people who use it and made a substantial living off the YouTube platform. A lot of them is because they are very good YouTube producers, and I'm gonna be honest, they deserve the funding they have. But at the same time, because of the system YouTube have now, they are left on the mercy of the nonsense that we're seeing. Originally, there were people saying, "Oh, it must be those who are actually using content without permission, and they deserve to get the strike or taken down." But now it's situations where it could be any little thing, whether you intended to even copyright something or not. Like for instance, those who follow my J&J Mondays, we actually got a notice from them saying we were using music, which we don't use music on our content. But because my show, I'm the guy who always be in the cafe, and so there's a little bit of background noise. Sometimes I get caught up in the microphone. Because of that reason alone, I got a notice saying that I can't monetize this. Which, by the way, I never monetized my stuff, so it didn't really matter to me. But the point is, these situations like this, over something that I can't believe what they were talking about, because I actually typed in and said, "Look, I do not have any contact that this person claims," and it's becoming a rapid situation where it's not individuals who are looking at it from a case-to-case basis, but it's actually people using a machine to do a man's work that's catching things left and right without actually reviewing it. In short, they have a system that is pretty much flawed from the get-go, and YouTube via Google has not done a terrific job of actually responding to people in terms of these copyright claims. In fact, they have not done anything about this. I actually have written to them on not one but two videos that has been hit. One video has been banned from almost all the entire country, which I couldn't understand, because all it was just me spreading my opinion, and I had no music, no nothing at all. But for some reason, that got hit. And this is the kind of nonsense that a lot of YouTubers, big and small, has been dealing with, and it's gotten so bad that I'm starting to see videos all over the damn place about this issue. And this is why I had made a decision beforehand, because I was actually teetering whether or not to use monetization to certain things or not. But after hearing this, it's safe to say that if I'm going to monetize it, it will not be in YouTube. For the simple fact is, YouTube simply cannot be trusted. They don't do a good job in customer service. As a matter of fact, they do a horrifically bad job on there. I mean, I never seen a company, I'm going to call it, it's not just a video sharing site, it is a corporation, a company. They're making money off your content. Alright, they're making money off your videos. Alright, and regardless of how they say they always have the video sharing program, everything else, the bottom line is, they don't do their homework. They don't back up the video makers who contribute day in and day out on this on their platform. So to me, trying to get monetized where I know they're not going to back me up when a false claim comes out, and knowing there ain't going to be consequences for anyone who makes false claims to begin with, is simply just not at this time what I want to do. I'm trying to build something with Mirror Stine Publishing. It's not just something of a volunteer thing I'm doing. I'll still have my other channels that will be a volunteer time at time, like my flashback reviews and my basic vlog I want to get off my chest. But in terms of a business situation, I cannot be in the mercy of them. So pretty much Mirror Stine Publishing is going to start out as a YouTube channel. It's also going to be a Vismo channel. It's also going to be a Springboard channel. Some stuff will be exclusively for Matic Expression only. Some will be pretty much for everyone. But it's not going to just, YouTube will not be the primary caregiver of my videos, because simply the fact is I just can't trust them. Alright, and the fact of the matter, I say Matic Expression for a lot of reasons. I know you guys know what I'm talking about at Matic Expression, my fellow expressionists, but there's a reason why you don't see Long-Haired Creeper Guy on the channel anymore. I went to look for him on the YouTube page and I can't find him. He's been taken out. He's been terminated. And I'm actually hoping hoping to see if he has on Daily Motion. I can follow him there, or on Springboard, but he is nowhere to be found. And this is something that he's been talking about. He's been frustrated about this for almost a year, even before his thing got taken down. And this situation had gotten to the point where when I went to look for him, I saw his channel because he's on my subscriber page. I saw him there, but I didn't see his thumbnail. And I said, right there, we're gonna have a problem. Right there is an issue. And I clicked on, and long and behold, they terminated his channel. Did they give him a reason? Probably not. Will he actually return to YouTube? Be honest with you, I seriously doubt it. Especially since I already knew how he felt about what was going on in the past. And this is why I am very, very upset with Blimp, or the place formerly known as Blimp, and now it's Makers TV, and how they actually have forced a lot of video makers who normally would not have had this problem, but been forced back on YouTube to deal with this. Because like I said, Dog Walker, this is not the first time he's been dealing with this. Channel Awesome has been dealing with this kind of nonsense before. And the reason why they left YouTube to begin with, along with a lot of other video makers, was because of their poor monitoring of content providers. And I'm going to go on and say right now, I have no problem with them taking down videos who are having movies that doesn't belong to video makers. I've seen that happen. I've seen pirated films being put on YouTube. So they have every right to go after them because they are doing something they're not supposed to be done. That is what I call copyright infringement. But when you have something that's clearly been on use on fair use, that clearly has something that's only 10 seconds long or 5 seconds long, that should not be grounds for you to shut down their videos. A lot of times, and we're seeing this a lot, and we're seeing this too much, or someone who has a chip on their shoulder, who don't like somebody's review, who don't like someone who's expressing their own opinion about something, go on there and hit a flag on that channel because they didn't like what they have to say. They want to shut off their opinion because they didn't like what I have to say. These are the same people who scream, it's a matter of my opinion, I have no problem voicing my opinion. It's my voice. I have a right for freedom of speech, but will muffle your freedom of speech to prove a point. And that's something I just simply cannot stand. Those people are cowards to me. And they have done it with a lot of big videos as well. Total Biscuit had a situation not too long ago. If you guys don't know who Total Biscuit is, he is a guy who reviews video game content. Very good video maker. Very good on his YouTube. I advise you to check him out if you like video games, especially role-playing video games. He's a very good reviewer. But he reviewed a game one time. Had permission by this person who made the game. Did not give it a fair review, and as a consequence, this person went on and trying to get his channel shut down, trying to say that he had no right to post those content without his permission, even though Total Biscuit proved that he did have permission, and it was clear what was going on. The guy was obviously against what he was saying. He didn't like his opinion. He didn't give him a positive review, and this is his way to sensitize negative reviews. Didn't work. Same thing happened when we watch Mojo. Watch Mojo's has used a lot of copyright material, but they also got permission to use copyright materials. Their channel was completely destroyed for almost 9 hours. They went back up. They was back and running, but that's how much. They was one of the big channels. We also had other channels, such as Doug Walker. We also had a couple of channels that even Spoonie had to deal with the nonsense. So there's a lot of channels out there who was in the mercy, big or small. Even I had to deal with the nonsense. I never got any strikes, thankfully, but because there's a little music in the background which I have no intention of putting in there, very low, or use what I know that is fair use, they want to hit my channel, or they want to monetize my channel. First of all, if you need money that desperately to get a copyright notice on me, then you are a sad individual. You are really a sad individual. One of them happened to be the one I did with the Blair Witch situation, and I said, "Call like it is. Go ahead. You want to make 10 cents? Be my guest, because that's all you're going to get. Because it makes no sense. You have no justification for it. But this is the nonsense that everybody's seeing now, and it's becoming too widespread. And this is why I was originally going to play, I'll take a chance with the monetization. It's my own content. But now, I can't trust YouTube to do the right thing and make sure the person who's making these stupid claims, even though it's my stuff, my original content, my original writing, my original audio, to come out there, do the right thing, and make sure that the person who made that false claim is penalized for it. I can't trust them. I never trusted them in the beginning with that situation, along with all the other stuff that is. But I can't trust them. And the fact that they ain't responding the way they're supposed to, and the fact that Doug and a lot of people have to go to YouTube themselves and let them know what's going on, really shows they don't do anything unless they have pressure to do it. And it shouldn't be the case. You should never have run a business like that. I would never run a business like that. Customer service should always be at top priority. And to me, they've gotten too big for their own good that they've forgotten what customer service is all about. That's just the reality. So that's how it is. I'm going to have my videos here, but I'm also going to be looking at other primary sites to put my videos in and make this be like a secondary site to do the stuff. I have to. I'm not going to monitor anything here because, like I said, I can't trust I can't trust the system. I really can't. It's a broken system. It needs to be fixed. And I have to start with one. I know the people don't like to hear this, but as long as there's situations like the Wild Wild West, we're going to keep having these problems. There need to be a further update on copyright laws that includes the internet. What can the video makers do versus what we cannot do? Have it written down. What can these sites do? If they're making money off our situation, should at least give an explanation as to why they're doing this and why they're doing that, like that. And it should be a fair situation. They should let us know, give us a chance to respond to it, and then do their own investigation. And have a real human being do it, not some damn audio thing or computer to do it, because obviously this ain't working. This is not working. It's gotten worse, and you'll think after 5 years, they will see that it's not working. So that's the situation. On the whole, this channel will be operating in the next 2 weeks. Alright, I'm keeping one that's the top secret because I'm constantly working on it. I don't want to give it away, but it will be released soon. Comic Talk 360 will be on this channel. It used to be on my old channel, but that's going to be a podcast. It's going to be on this channel. It's a mixture of what's going on in the comic book world as well as comic book reviews of a particular comic. I'm going to keep most of the reviews as independent comics because there should be a voice for them. There's a lot of good independent comics that's been self-published out there. I thought I would give a shout out to those comic books that that need to be need to be given that attention. And if you guys have a comic book that is independently made and I can find it and I can look at it, I will read it and give my opinion about what I've read. I will be as honest and open and objective as possible because frankly I want to give the good points and bad points. I have done it before. A friend of mine who I used to who lived in Williamsburg when I was there, he told me he'd written a comic book. I have talked about the comic book. I have brought my desk what I like and didn't like. He actually appreciated the review. I put it on 2 platforms and he actually appreciated that. So if you have a comic book that you have done and I can get a hold of it, a physical copy, not a digital. I want a physical copy to own and read. I will do that. I will review that. That's what Comic Books 360 is. So it's going to be mostly independent reviews, still standard reviews as well. Graphic novels, depending on the graphic novel and depending on the subject matter, it's not going to be all graphic novels. But I really want to get to the Watchmen. I really want to get to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because there's a lot of history between that. I will be talking about that. But also, I'll be doing more editorials about the comic book world, movies, and also just in the medium and what to expect in the near future. So that's going to be part of that as well. So Comic Talk 360. I am reviving the read and review, but it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more of a read, an actual review of a particular book. Most of it going to be in intimate in public domain. Others, depending on the book, will be a standard review without reading it because it still is in publication. So it really all depends on the book and the subject matter. I am working on a Harry Potter reading review that's going to be pretty much me describing from chapter to chapter. That's going to be a very long standard review because I'm starting from the very beginning all the way to the very end. I might touch on the short story version. I haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking about it, but it all depends how long it takes. I guarantee you, with my schedule, because I got to work, got to make a living, and what I got to do here at home, especially when I'm about to be on the process of moving soon. It may take probably almost a half a year to a year to finish the first book. But that's actually not a bad thing either, because that means that I've reread it, did my own extensive feeling on it, and instead of just basically what I like or didn't like, I'm actually going to go into depth of what impacted me the most about this chapter. Because this book really got me, inspired me. Jake and Howard inspired me to get my GED in many ways, because I actually have given up for a while. Not a very high self-esteem in terms of education, but when I read the books, it was so good I wanted to read more and more, and that actually inspired me to actually read more, get myself back into class, and finally, with all the nonsense that was going on during that time, I was able to do something that I never thought I did. Get a GED, led me to go to college, got an associate degree in accounting. So there you go. And Harry Potter book was the beginning step of that. Keep in mind, my grade level in terms of reading was not great. And even though with my learning disability a little bit, it still struggles there. It's 10 times better than what it was years ago. And that's because I read a lot. I keep reading, whether it's the newspapers, the sports edition, or just any magazine I can actually get. Reading is very, very important. So I decided, because originally I did cancel Read and Review at my old channel. I'm bringing it back on this channel. It's going to be standard podcast. I haven't got a name for it. I'm actually sticking with a matter of opinion where I talk about a specific subject matter that's going on. That is not replacing Entertainment Roundup. Entertainment Roundup will still be on my old channel, but it's going to be a little change with that. It's not going to be pretty much 5 articles. It'll probably be 3, and it's going to be pretty much my own general opinion of the article that I've read. I probably will still leave links to it, but only if someone asks me. I don't want to leave links and nobody's going to it. I've been noticing that a lot, and probably one of the reasons why I haven't do any links to my other channel as well. Other stuff that's going to probably be it is going to be my original stories. I'm going to do it in audio form. I'm going to do it pretty much by me just telling the story that I have written myself. This is my contact, my original ideas, no one else's. All right, this is me completely telling your story. I will do fanfic, but it will be with a very distinct disclaimer. Man, you know, I'm not making no money off this. All the credit goes to the rightful owners of the stuff. And I will even make sure that I put the creator's name on it, so they are getting full credit with that. So that's the thing I'm playing on a slippery slope. There'll be no funny, no nothing, but it will be a fanfic story done in audio form. Now, I'm trying to get a friend of mine to do it with me. She's a great writer. You already know her for J&J Mondays, Jotskin. I haven't talked about it yet. I'm hoping that will be good, because there are a couple of stories that I know she will love to tell. I will love to be a part of that. So also I want her to be a part of a story that I want to tell, that I'm pretty sure that she will be loving it, because she's a huge fan of this science fiction series. So Josh, if you're looking at this, you know what I'm talking about. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much Mirror Stine Publishing will be short stories, original long story serials that I'm going to be doing in audio form. Fan fiction stories are going to be in audio form. Also, there's going to be some old stuff that I'm doing. J&J Mondays will be back on this channel. It will not be on my original YouTube channel. J&J Monday is going to be moving to Mirror Stine Publishing. That's the new home of it, and it will be pretty much exclusively for 3 channels. I will do it with this channel, of course. That's going to be the primary, because it is a YouTube Google Hangout exclusive. It will be a Matic Expression exclusive. It will be also a Vizmo exclusive, because I'm actually going to be I reopened my Vizmo account. I'm going to be putting some stuff there. I'm also considering getting the package, but it's really, I want to do a practice form of other stuff as well, because Vizmo, their rules are a little bit different than what I got here on YouTube and even on Dailymotion. And yes, I will be doing Dailymotion with some of my new contacts as well as some of the old ones, but mostly my new contacts. Every now and then I will have a short audio vlog based on some of the stuff that is entertainment related, because I'm going to keep it as a major exclusive channel, but most of the time it will be on my old channel. I gotta keep my old channel running, of course. And in case you want to know what's going to be on my old channel, it's going to be pretty much the following: Entertainment Roundup. It will also have the flashback reviews, the standard reviews, the indie reel, which is pretty much the same movie review but on an independent level. There is actually something I'm wanting to work on, but I'm not going to go into depth yet, because I want to see if I can do the schedule for it and what day I want to have it. But those are the stuff that's going to be on there. Those are the stuff that's going to pretty much take the place of that. And that's pretty much about it. As for my secondary channel, which is going to stay political and more of the news side of things, that will be pretty much going to be reopened almost as soon as possible, because there's actually a lot of stuff I want to talk about it. We are reaching the political race, and God, do I have a lot to talk about that. So that's it, guys. I'm glad you guys took the time to look at this. Thank you, Matic Expression, for that. And I want to say this before I go, because I do have some things to talk about, because I know I know why he's not on Matic Expression. Just know that you are missed. Long hair creepy guy. I hope that eventually that things work out with you. I hope that you could actually come back. It sucks that YouTube did that to you. I'm not happy what YouTube have done. All right, and you saw, and we all saw it coming, because you talked about this. Cartoon Corner, my boy Taylor White had a little bit of issues. Everybody had issues with YouTube, even Joshkin and me. So the fact that you're no longer there, I'm not shocked. But I'm very upset that happened. And because of that, we lost a very proud member of our community. If he is still doing videos but on a different format, and you guys at Matic Expression knows this, by all means give me the link immediately. I will, and if he's on Dailymotion, please give me the link immediately, because there are a couple of people I do follow on Dailymotion that is both here and on Dailymotion. Mostly now, most of the guys are on Dailymotion or on Vizmo. They're on different segments, and you know what? I want to support my fellow expressing it as much as I can. If it means going to Dailymotion and watch their stuff, I have no problem. Especially now that I'm making the schedule to watch a lot of content. Even though if I have to spend the weekend watching content, I will do that. I want us to give the support. One thing that our fellow member have said on his blog, and I walked him back saying, I appreciate what you've done. Don't think that you're not appreciate, because you do appreciate what you've done, and I understand what you do. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna give any names, and those who have followed his blogs know who I'm talking about. And I hear what he's saying, but a lot of stuff has happened over the last year with Matic Expression. One of the things is that we had to go to phase 3 because a lot of people were spamming the crap out of our site, and that led us to start all the way back to ground 1. So a lot of the people did come with us, but a lot of people did not. So basically, we're slowly rebuilding ourselves. This is a learning curve. I know it's frustrating. I know it's upsetting. And I know people think this has been a dead site for a while. But given the fact that a lot of our own producers have been affected through the shutdown of Blimp versus with the nonsense going on with YouTube, it's not surprised that the activity at Matic Expression isn't what it used to be. A lot of the feedback is justified. There's no question. There's a lot of stuff that I felt that Matic Expression needs to deal with. But keep in mind that we have a very small staff. And the object of it right now, with the staff they got right now, with the staff that's working on right now, is being patient. A lot of people is doing their own thing. A lot of people is producing a lot of stuff, and they don't probably have the time that they used to have. I don't have the time that I used to have, and I'm making time. I'm actually have to do time scheduling to get a lot of my stuff out on time and on a daily basis, where there's content on not only my YouTube channel but also on Matic Expression. I'm actually did not 1, not 2, but 3 flashback reviews, and I'm actually going to be working on 3 more. I'm planning to do pre-recording of my flashback reviews first before I put it out there, so that way there will be 1 flashback review every week. The first half, first 12 episodes, the other half, the next 12 episodes. There'll be 24 episodes. That's it. That's the season. That's what I'm working on. I only got 3 out. 3 is already recorded, ready to go. I'm working on the 3 more, and by the time I feel that I got the first 12, I'm going to post that up on a week-to-week basis, and then work on the other 12 while those 3 is coming out. So that's the thing I'm doing right now. I'm doing a lot of pre-recordings to get a lot of stuff out. The only thing I'm not doing pre-recordings are the weekly events, which is Entertainment Roundup, What's News. You know, J&J Mondays on a Sunday, that's live. So that whatever happens there, happens there. Some will actually be posted on Matic, some will not. In fact, there are going to be some episodes that I'm going to start posting because I didn't have a chance to post them on when I had a chance. There's going to be the Lost Chronicles, getting ready for the next season on April. But a lot of stuff that I can pre-record, I'm going to pre-record. Like the audio that I'm working on for my stories, the serial, that's going to be pre-recorded. Which means I want to get 3 episodes out first, put those first 3 episodes out, have a timetable, because that can be out every week. I was originally thought it was going to be out every week, but it can't. It has to be out every 2 weeks, sometimes 3, just so I can have the time to actually check what I'm doing, make sure that my script is ready. Because in mind, I've never done script writing before, so this is going to be now a new event. This is going to be a new adventure. So that's going to take some time. Keep in mind, I'm doing all the voice work, all right, and I'm doing it with a very shoehorn budget, so it's going to take time. That's the whole key. That's the only thing. The only thing I got to tell you. It's going to take time, but when I get it out there, it should be out there. Everything should be flushed out. Everything should be ready, and everything should be going accordingly. But I want to make sure everything is done, especially those I can pre-record and not rush into it. So there you go. And that's how I gotta do it from here on out. Because right now I work at nights. Right now my off days are on Friday nights, Saturday morning, Sunday nights. Then I go back from Monday, doing the same routine over again. That's how it is. So all I gotta say is be patient. You will be up there because my Twitter will be active, letting everybody know what's going on, both for Matic Expression and from here. I'm also going to keep updated on my Tumblr. Yeah, I'm going to be using that now. I have to. I don't have Facebook. I'm not planning to have Facebook. And if I do have Facebook, it will not be through me. It will be through Mirror Stine Publishing, but that be for a long time down the road. I'm just going to keep people updated through Skype. Contact James, let him know what's going on with me. Contact Liz and let him know what's going on with me. Let him know what I'm working on, because I still have an unfinished story that I want to get to James and Big Hat Black Man ASAP. So I'm going to be very busy writing. And I got to write carefully so they can understand. And I got to use spell check so they can understand. Even that is going to take some while. So there you have Matic Expression. There you have it, Mirror Stine Publishing. There you have it for everybody who's going to be on this channel. I know this is a very long video, but believe me, it was necessary because a lot of stuff has happened. And again, for Doug Walker, I'm happy that you guys have at least got the stuff back. I trust me, I believe me when I say it. You're not alone when you said this. You're absolutely right. There's an issue that being done, and I know a lot of people saying, well, the only reason why they are doing this because now they feel what we feel and they really don't care. Look, whether that's the case or not, I'm glad they're talking about it. I'm glad they can continue talking about it, and I'm glad they recognize that it's not just the big boys, it's everyone. And to me, no one, I don't care how big your channel is, no one is safe. And I keep repeating this from what Fear of the Film has said before he left YouTube forever. And he said this, and I never forget it. Never forget it, because he is so true. And how ironic, years later, it's actually coming to fruition. And I'm gonna have to deal with it myself, and deal with it in terms of finding funds to create my own site. Don't rely on YouTube for your source of income, your main source of income, because YouTube is not going to have your back. They're not. And this is proof. YouTube is not really going to help you. Yeah, they'll say that you can do all the monetization, make money, and they'll make a lot of money off your videos. But in the end, when chips come to shove, they're not going to be there for you. They're not going to help you. Unless you got good lawyers or know how to really respond to the audience, and when they see that you got a strong fan base, they will take their free time, or sometimes they won't answer you at all. And to me, that needs to change. Their policy needs to change, and their attitude about, well, this is our video sharing site, we can do whatever they want, need to change. And I hate to say this, it starts with the updating the copyright laws, updating the fair use laws, and includes the internet and what we can and cannot do with our videos in terms of posting stuff online. Also versus what these sites can and cannot do and need to follow it. And if they're not going to do that, there should be a place where we can voice our complaints to and let them investigate why the hell they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I gotta keep it real. Some guidelines need to go beyond what YouTube is, because they're not doing a good job right now. And let a lot of people bully a lot of the smaller sites, as well as those who don't even have traffic to begin with, to the point where they're shutting channels down without even much giving an explanation, and that is simply not fair. Now again, as always, you guys may disagree. You may have your own opinion on what's going on. I respect everyone's opinion. By all means, that's what the comment section is for. I never had and never will disable my comment section, because I do believe in a fair opinion. Even if you don't like what the hell I said, even if you guys feel that I'm some fat guy who shouldn't be on the mic, at least give me a respectable reason why you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. And please, I will respond, no problem. So I'm at opinion from here on out. So until then, guys, it's J77 saying take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you soon.